All right, today we're going to dive into a little bit of kitchen chemistry that honestly feels a lot like magic. We're talking about the alchemy of silver, how to transform that dull, forgotten metal back into something absolutely brilliant. Let's get into it.
You know what I'm talking about, right? We all have that one piece. Maybe it's a beautiful pair of earrings, a special fork, or some family heirloom that's just slowly been covered by this dark, gloomy coating. It almost feels like its real beauty is lost forever, doesn't it?
Well, what if I told you there's a way to reverse all of that? A super simple, practically effortless formula that brings back that incredible shine in just a few minutes. And the best part? You've probably got everything you need already sitting in your kitchen.
Okay, so first things first, let's get to know our enemy. This dark stuff isn't just dirt. Think of it more like a chemical curse that's hiding the true beauty of the metal underneath.
So this curse actually has a scientific name, silver sulfide. It's basically what happens when the silver atoms on the surface have a little meeting with sulfur compounds that are just floating around in the air, from stuff like eggs or onions. They bond, and poof, you get this dark layer. So remember, it's not dirt, it's a whole chemical transformation.
Now, your first thought might be to just grab some of that polish and start scrubbing away. But here's the thing about that. That kind of polishing is basically just brute force. I mean, it literally scrapes away not just the tarnish, but a tiny microscopic layer of your precious silver right along with it. It's a ton of work, and over time, it's actually damaging your valuables.
So there's got to be a better way, right? Oh, you bet there is. Let's get into the secret of our alchemist formula and see how we can reverse this curse without doing any harm to the silver itself.
I mean, look at the difference here. It's night and day. The old way, you're scrubbing, you're scratching, and you're actually losing a piece of your silver forever. But with this chemical reaction, you're not removing anything. You are actually converting the tarnish back into pure silver. It preserves every last bit of the original piece. It's just smarter.
Okay, so how does this magic actually work? Well, think of it like this. Our special liquid, it's kind of like a negotiator. It creates this perfect environment where the sulfur and the tarnish suddenly finds the aluminum foil way more attractive than the silver. So the sulfur atoms literally let go of the silver and jump right over to the foil, leaving your silver pure and shiny again. See, we're not removing anything, just rearranging the atoms. All right, are you ready to try this little ritual yourself? Let's walk through the simple spell that will get you that brilliant shine. First up, let's gather our potion ingredients. And hey, you'll see this is super simple stuff you probably have right now. Some aluminum foil, baking soda, and hot water. You'll also need a bowl, make sure it's glass or ceramic, nothing metallic, some tongs, and of course your tarnished silver treasures. And the ritual itself? It's just 5 easy-peasy steps. First, line your bowl with the foil. Make sure the shiny side is up. Then, place your silver items right on top so they're touching the foil. Sprinkle a generous amount of baking soda all over them. Then, carefully pour in some hot water, like from a kettle but not boiling. Just enough to cover everything. And now, you just wait.
Okay, and here comes the best part. After just a few minutes, you actually get to witness the magic firsthand. This is the transformation.
So after just 5 or 10 minutes of this quiet, bubbly little science experiment, what's the result?
Wow, just look at that transformation. It is absolutely complete. That dull, matte surface becomes brilliant and reflective. That dark, almost black color is gone, and you have bright, gleaming silver again. And you know all those tiny, intricate details that were hidden by the tarnish? Bam! They're sharp and clear. It's a total restoration.
So just how effective is this? It's incredible, really. We're talking about removing up to 95% of tarnish in under 10 minutes. That is a level of efficiency that old-fashioned scrubbing just can't even dream of touching.
Okay, now, you know what they say. With great power comes great responsibility. Before you run off and start transforming every piece of silver in your house, let's go over some of the essential rules for this kind of alchemy. This is the important stuff. So listen up, because this is important. This method is amazing for solid sterling silver, but you have to be careful. Do not, I repeat, do not use this on jewelry with soft, porous gemstones like turquoise, pearls, or opals. The process can damage them. Steer clear of antiques where that dark layer, that patina, is actually part of its value. And be really careful with anything held together with glue or items that are just thinly silver-plated.
And just remember this, okay? The real trick isn't just knowing how to do this, it's knowing when to do it. Protecting your treasures is just as important as cleaning them. And if you have any doubt whatsoever, especially if it's something valuable or really sentimental, just talk to a professional jeweler first.
But now with all that knowledge, you're empowered. You're not just cleaning something, you're basically an alchemist. You now hold the secret to reversing time and restoring that amazing brilliance, turning something old and forgotten into something beautiful and new again.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. Now that you know the secret, what's the first treasure you have hiding in a drawer that you're going to bring back to life?